Hi all. I welcome you to the third lecture of first module in MTDM. So today we will study about the types of metal cutting. See, metal cutting in the single point cutting tool is involved in these types of metal cutting. So last class we studied about the tool signature and details of single point cutting tool. Now we will go to the next topic, that is different types of metal cutting. First of all, you have to know what are the different types of cutting. First one is orthogonal cutting. See, orthogonal cutting, and second one is oblique cutting. Okay, orthogonal cutting and oblique cutting. Actually, I want you to know the meaning of these two words. Orthogonal means perpendicular. Okay, and oblique cutting means it's like inclined at a plane, inclined at an angle less than 90 degree. Okay, so that is oblique cutting. I'll move on to the diagram of orthogonal cutting. See, this is the diagram of an orthogonal cutting. Okay, you can see the tool is, this is the tool. Okay, and this is the chip formed by cutting it from workpiece, and tool, you can see the tool is perpendicular to the workpiece. So tool is perpendicular to the workpiece, and chip is formed, and it is also perpendicular to the face of the tool. And you can see the cutting direction, like here. See, this is the cutting direction, that is either the chip is traveling opposite to the cutting direction. Okay, so that is orthogonal cutting. And next one is, see, here you can see clearly about what is orthogonal cutting. See, this is the workpiece and tool is perpendicular to the axis of workpiece. Okay, so that is orthogonal cutting. You can also see the feed means the direction of the tool movement, that is feed. Okay, these are the main points to be discussed in orthogonal cutting. The tool will be perpendicular to the workpiece, and this result in the formation of sharp cuts. You can see sharp cuts are formed, that is the corners are all sharps. See, you can see the sharp edges. See, this is very sharp edges formed here. So that is another important point discussed under orthogonal cutting. Then third one is tool life is less. This is very important because see, when we are using a tool to cut the workpiece, the tool surface is adhered to, or the tool surface is faced with the workpiece. So when a small amount of surface is faced with the tool, faced with the workpiece, a large amount of heat is generated, or a large amount of stress is concentrated on that small area. So the problem is the higher stress is formed in the tool, and stress concentration will lead to the burning out of the tool. So tool life is less in orthogonal cutting. Now we will move to the next thing, that is oblique cutting. In oblique cutting, the tool will be oblique, or making an angle less than 90 degree with the workpiece. So the higher the surface. See here, when the tool is like this in orthogonal cutting, and here the tool is like this, so the higher surface, or the more surface area is coming in contact with the workpiece, so that will increase the tool life, because lessening of the strain hardening or stress concentration. Okay, see here you can clearly see how the tool is used in oblique cutting, and the sharp, here there is no sharp corners. You can see chamfering cuts. Chamfering cuts means inclined cuts. See, this is chamfering cuts. At orthogonal cutting you can see like sharp corners like this. Here you can see the chamfering cuts. So that is oblique cutting, it results in the chamfer cuts, and tool life is higher because of low stress concentration. Okay, next I will move on to the next topic. See, this is a small topic, so I will discuss in just less than 2 minutes. Mechanism of material removal. Actually, it has to be discussed just after the cutting types of cutting, so that I am discussing in here itself. See, mechanism of material removal. I'll just read the sentence. When tool advances over the workpiece, it is highly stressed, causing the material to shear, which produces a primary shear zone. Okay, I will just show the primary shear zone. See here, a tool is not labeled, so I will just label the tool. See here, this is the tool. Okay, while you write your notes, please label that tool, and this is the workpiece. This is the workpiece. Okay, this is the workpiece. Okay, and this is the chip. Okay, this is the chip. So first one, when we first cut the workpiece with this tool, okay, a primary shear zone is formed. See, primary shear zone is formed. Actually, this is the primary shear zone and this is the secondary shear zone. Primary shear zone is formed, and the initial primary zone will be shifted when tool is more advanced to the workpiece. So first primary zone is moved to the secondary zone, and now new primary zone will be formed. Okay, so first the primary zone is actually this will be the primary zone, and just after it the secondary zone is here. First primary zone, and this is the first secondary zone. Now the third zone is actually again the first primary zone, first primary, or you can just call it the second primary zone. And again, after the tool is advanced more towards the workpiece, you can see again there is a primary zone, that will be the secondary primary zone. Here continuous chips are formed and material is removed. Okay, I will discuss in the live class once more. So you can just read the sentence. When tool advances over the workpiece, it is highly stressed, causing the material to shear, which produces the primary zone. Again, on advancing tool on the workpiece, the secondary shear zone is produced, which produces a continuous chip. This is how material removal is done in a workpiece. Okay, so just go through the video and notes. I will discuss it in the live class. Thank you.